What's up, y'all? Welcome to the NBA Weekly Post Game. This is where we share our views on the latest trending topics within the NBA. My name is Sha.
And I'm Yve, and we have a lot to talk about. In this episode, we're going to give you our player of the week. We're going to talk about whether or not the NBA should postpone the season or go into an NBA bubble. We're going to discuss whether Rondo can really help the Cavs, and also talk about, are the Nets the favorite in the East upon Kyrie Irving's return? Let's get started.
My player of the week is DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, he's mine too.
I figured he would be. Let me tell you, since returning to the Chicago Bulls, DeMar has been putting on a clinic. The Bulls are on a 7-game win streak, including 2 back-to-back buzzer beaters against the Pacers and the Wizards on a 3-ball. DeMar doesn't even shoot the 3-ball. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan.
Mr. Fourth Quarter. And if I can add to that, because he's also my player of the week, DeMar DeRozan is actually the leader in points per game in the fourth quarter. Like, let's just think about that. When you're talking about down the stretch in clutch time, who do you want to have the ball? Well, in this case, it's going to be DeMar DeRozan, because we all know he is Mr. Mid-range as well. For him to be able to shoot from the perimeter and the buzzer beater baskets, it is amazing. And so funny, because if you look at his box score from the Wizards game, the only 3-pointer he shot was the one that won the game. He is an amazing player. He's great for the Bulls, and go DeMar. I just think I'm so excited about him, and the games are so exciting to watch. The Bulls games are really exciting to watch right now because they're doing such a great job. And not only that, they are currently number 1 in the East as we speak. Now, we know that may change, but right now, as I'm stating these words, the Bulls are number 1 in the East. Solid number 1 in the East. Go
watch
Bulls.
Out for those Bulls.
Ooh, them Bulls. I don't know. It's crazy, but I'm really excited for them. Yes. So DeMar DeRozan, player of the week.
So let's get into this NBA season. There are a lot of teams playing really well right now, and individual players just killing the game right now. But do we agree with the NBA season postponement, or should the games be sent to the bubble like last season?
I'm no on both accounts. No, the season should not be postponed, and no, they should not create an NBA bubble. And here's why. For the first one, I don't think they should postpone the games, because if we think about it, at this stage of the season, the health and safety protocols that all teams are experiencing player delays because of health and safety protocols, number one. And I say that we should now be treating health and safety protocols like we treat injuries, like the hamstring injury, like the twisted ankle injury. The player is out still. So why postpone it at this point? Because it's happening to everybody. And these players are recovering, and they're coming back rested. If nothing else, they're coming back and they're balling, i.e. Poole from the Golden State Warriors, i.e. everybody from the Chicago Bulls. It's fine. I just think we should just kind of consider it as another injury.
Interesting. I'm a fat no on both accounts as well. And the reason why, because it doesn't solve anything.
No.
You can't postpone the games forever. Players are still going to be exposed regardless. I think this is something that we're just going to have to live with, operate, and function. And the NBA is no different. I think it places the players in an environment where at least they are being tested on an ongoing basis. At least they have to show up to practice, daily. And we kind of have a good idea of their statuses. It's just not going to solve anything to postpone the games. And furthermore, it will knock so many teams off rhythm right now, so many players. I mean, it's just a next man up type thing. And plus, we don't want a bubble championship. It has no credibility.
You know what, though? I disagree with that. The bubble championship does have credibility. I'm sorry. You play who's in front of you, and you play where the league puts you. I think that the players still worked hard in the bubble. But for me, I'm no to the bubble because I want the fans. Now, if you watch the recent game between Golden State Warriors and the Utah Jazz, those fans, that crowd was so loud. I can say that the game, from me sitting in my comfort of my own home watching the game, when I can hear the crowd, it just really heightens the excitement for me of the game. So I understand that the bubble was needed at the time. Yes. And so we just need to go ahead. The NBA just need to go ahead and function accordingly. And I say no to the bubble because I want the fans in stands. Because that experience is amazing where I'm like, should I be there? But I'm not. So yeah, it's all good. No, I say no to the bubble. And I don't even think it is cost efficient. And here's my business hat, right? It's not even cost efficient to do the bubble again. And we're talking about now for a long. If they did the bubble right now, it would be much longer than it was when they did it initially back in 2020. So yeah, no for the bubble, no for the bubble because I want the fans.
Right. You don't want the cardboard cutouts anymore.
Oh, that was awful.
The orchestrated crowd noise, horrible.
No, but we worked with it, right? We worked with it because everybody was at home at that point, right? But we're not at home now. Let's just be honest. So yeah, I love the fans and stands. It's amazing to hear the crowd. So I can only imagine what that does for the players on the court, and then also for those fans who don't mind going to the games. No bubble for me, no postponement for me. Let the games proceed as they are scheduled, and let's move forward. And also, when we're talking about the next man up mentality, let's just think about it. This is a great opportunity for those players who are being signed to 10-day contracts, for those G League players that are being considered to become, to play on the big stage. Think about it. Lance Stevenson did his 10 days with the Atlanta Hawks. Now he's 10 days with the Indiana Pacers. You never know. Alfonso McKinney, 10 days with the Bulls, got a contract. What I'm saying is it gives other players that really want to play in this league, that can play in this league, an opportunity to play and showcase their talents. So yeah, miss me. No postponement and no bubble.
Yeah. And the protocols are not just affecting the players. We got coaches, we got refs. I mean, even the refs from the G League are getting an opportunity to ref on the big stage, as you call it. No. Let's keep everything moving. We just got to learn to live with it, operate and function. And the NBA is no different. All right.
No different.
I knew something was going on with Rajon Rondo and the Los Angeles Lakers. There were so many DNPs. And I'm like, wait a minute now. I know they did not bring Rondo to the Los Angeles Lakers for him to not play and to not be effective. We know he's a stone cold floor general and they weren't using him effectively. So when news came out that Rondo was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Denzel Valentine, who was waived by the Los Angeles Lakers, I knew something was up. But can Rajon Rondo help the Cavs with Rubio out?
It remains to be seen. And let me tell you this. I know you said that Rondo is. Change that to we know that Rondo was. And the reason why I say that is because Rondo has not since the bubble shown me anything new, right? He was with the Atlanta Hawks, didn't show. What was that about? Then he got traded to the Clippers. What did he do then? And now he's with the Lakers. And what? Like, if he's going to be that floor general, I'll need to see it again. I want to see it. Now, if he can prove that he can, for me, if he can show up and prove to me that he still is the floor general, then I'm cool with it. But until then, Rondo, Clippers, Rondo, Hawks, Rondo, Cavs, whatever. Show me. And if you're not going to be able to do what Ricky Rubio did before he blew out his knee, miss me. What?
Yeah. And, I think Rondo may have had some backdoor conversations because just like when he got to the Hawks, that was a backdoor conversation, got paid, and then we know what happened there. Back with the Lakers, I think there was some issue going on between him and Frank Vogel and his playing time. And I think he had a conversation with the Cavs management. And now the Cavs are a really good team. Rondo might be ring chasing right now.
I don't care. Show up. Now, the Cavs need you for a specific reason. Now, you came into the other franchises, the Hawks, the Clippers, and the Lakers, your second stint with the Lakers. You came into that they already had kind of like their core in a sense, and you were supposed to add to that. I just don't know if he's able to do it. I hope he does. I hope he shows up for the Cavs like Chris Paul shows up for Phoenix.
Ooh.
But I don't see it. I don't have any. I need to see what Rondo can do. I just didn't like the way, or maybe how the team handled him when he was with the previous three teams I've mentioned. And until he can show up, what? Who else could play? They couldn't pull somebody else off the bench, give them an opportunity if they're gonna bring in Rondo because they need some experience. I don't want Rondo to mess up the chemistry that's already established there. But Rondo right now, he gets no energy from me.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be in the starting lineup. So he's probably going to be, running with the second squad.
He's probably not going to be playing. Come on. He was supposed to run with the second squad with these other teams. Miss me. I can't. Show me, Rondo. Show me, Cavs, how you'll use Rondo. Use his strengths to help the Cavs to maintain where they are. Because who thought the Cavs would be even here? So, yeah, don't mess it up. That's just all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, they already have their backcourt pretty solid with Darius Garland. Colin Sexton is out right now, but I don't know what Rondo can add. And you're right; it remains to be seen. He is a little, longer in the tooth. He's not the young Rondo from the Boston Celtics anymore. He won a ring there, won a ring in LA, and I guess now he's trying to win another ring in Cleveland. So we'll see.
No, I'm not buying it, but I wish the Cleveland Cavaliers the best. I hope Rondo really does become a fit and, change my narrative. But until I can see it, it's going to remain the same and he's going to be on the bench.
All right. Now, the Eastern Conference is pretty tough right now. I think the Brooklyn Nets added, oh my gosh, they brought back, re-energized, redeployed Kyrie Irving. Are they now the favorites in the East?
No. The favorites in the East right now are the Chicago Bulls. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, I don't know if Kyrie would. Take that back. Kyrie will benefit the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, I believe that. But unfortunately, it won't be for all games. So my concern with inserting Kyrie back into the roster and potentially back into the starting lineup is that it could disrupt the play that they've already established. Now, I'm quite sure he will benefit, and they need him if you think about it. And I can't wait to see, I said in the previous discussion we had, I can't wait to see the big three play. I can't wait to see Kyrie, KD, and James Harden play. It's time, and I want to see them play consistently. I just hope that it really is advantageous for them and that they can really maintain their favorite spot in the East. With Kyrie being back, I just don't know. But I do know that KD do need help. Again, just like I feel away with Nikola Jokic. At the end of the day, your superstars need other people on. Now James Harden is back into form. I mean, welcome back, James Harden, because he's balling right now. So Kyrie can come in and help solidify that big three and then make the Brooklyn Nets more solid. I'm with it. But they are already the favorites. So but they do have some other teams that can really take their spot. So anytime you lose against the Clippers that's missing Paul George, I'm concerned. So maybe he can help with that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Nets need to be concerned about the Bulls and the Bucks. And they might need to look over their shoulder at the Philadelphia 76ers. Yes. And I wouldn't sleep on the Miami Heat if they're able to get all their pieces back. Yes. So I don't know that the Nets are still the favorite with or without Kyrie. Now, maybe he'll do like a Bradley Beal and go ahead and get the shot. I don't know. But if he does, then yes, I will have to make the Nets the stone cold favorite in the Eastern Conference. But the thing is, though, let's say the Nets make it into the playoffs and make it to the NBA Finals. If they play who I think will be the Western Conference representative in Golden State Warriors, Kyrie won't be able to play any game.
Anyway, what is that about? What are we setting the Brooklyn Nets up for?
Mm-hmm.
What is this set up for us? For them to maintain top seed in the East? They're doing that already. So now they bring him in, and if the Brooklyn Nets want to go, deep in the playoffs and potentially play a team in the finals, you're right. He ain't gonna be it. And if it's the Golden State Warriors, who I think it's gonna be, what are we talking about?
He can't play. Exactly. Yeah. Now, the only thing, though, I feel bad for Patty Mills because he's probably going to be the one pulled in and out, ruin his rhythm. Right now, he's playing fantastic. So I don't know how Coach Nash, is going to work all this out. I know it's going to be difficult for them with these different lineups. Oh, is he playing today? Is he not? Is he injured? Is he out on protocols? I mean, I don't know. But I don't really have the Nets the favorite without Kyrie. With him, yes. But I still think they need to be looking over their shoulder at some of those other Eastern Conference contenders.
Oh yeah. You know what? I think Patty Mills will be okay. Patty Mills came in knowing that he was going to be in and out of the rotation initially. That's why they brought him over. He has been able to play more because Kyrie hasn't been there. But, he'll just go back to his initial, I think, role that he should have been playing at the beginning of the season. I just, you know what? I think it's a disruption to the roster. Do they need him? Yes. But they've been doing okay without him. They're probably thinking the long term. But to your point, will he even play in the postseason?
Yeah. I know.
And these other teams are balling. So the East may not be as tough as the West, but it's tough. And in order to, go deep in your Eastern Conference run, yeah. You're going to have to work for it.
So the Spurs did not want to promote Becky Hammon to, lead assistant coach, or the NBA didn't want to hire her as a head coach of an organization. So she went ahead and went to the WNBA, where she was a stone cold baller, and to coach the Las Vegas Aces. She is now the highest paid coach in the WNBA. The NBA clearly didn't want to, take that shot with Becky Hammon. So she said, you know what, fine. I'll go somewhere else where I am wanted. So shout out to Becky.
Shout out to Becky. And, I'm glad she made the decision. So now she's going to have to show y'all, because apparently you need some other proof that she should be able to coach in the NBA. But hey, the WNBA is something to sleep on, and watch how she does. And you know what? Good for her. And get your paper while you at it. Yeah, good for her.
All right, so maybe she can use this as an opportunity to, get some more coaching experience, and then maybe the NBA will look at her as a, bona fide candidate for any NBA head coaching job.
You know what? And not only that, because she has coached at the NBA, she know the perks and all the things that the NBA players get. Perhaps she can be a better advocate for the WNBA and its players to give them more perks, the things that they need in order to be successful. They should not have to travel the way that they're traveling right now. The NBA players get all these special privileges. Why can't the WNBA? So maybe she can be more of an advocate for that, because she has real life experiences on what that is. And perhaps we can see the WNBA becoming better intertwined in the discussion about NBA. So yeah, good for her move, and hopefully she can become an advocate for them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, people, that's all we got. And until next time, goodbye.
Peace, y'all.